Welcome to our class on cleansing. Body cleanses, as a matter of fact. And no, I'm not talking about what you do in the shower. I'm talking about internal body cleansing. What are they? Why do them? And are they for me? My name is Heather Wagoner, and I'm a Diamond Wellness Advocate with doTERRA Essential Oils and a leader of the online community known as the Oil Change. Every year at the start of a new year, we hear so much talk about resolutions, diets, best laid plans for exercise routines. You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. Very few of us that start with them actually stick with them, and most of the time it's for reasons that we all understand. Now, where are my fellow perfectionists? I'm not talking about the ones who actually do things perfectly. I mean more like the ones who overthink things so much because you want it to be so perfect that you wind up not even trying. Anybody? Nobody? How about I'm not the most disciplined, so I might start strong, but I won't be super consistent after about 10 days, people. Y'all, life is busy, and making space for taking care of ourselves usually falls to the back burner, doesn't it? When in reality, we all know that if we don't take care of ourselves, eventually we won't have anything left to give to the ones that we love and the people and the things that need us. It's frustrating, isn't it? And sometimes it can be even hard trying to decipher what's really helpful and what's just the latest fad trying to get our money and our attention. Well, I camp out somewhere in between the two places of trying to be perfect and then lacking any discipline myself. As a matter of fact, it took me years to be willing to attempt the cleanse that we're going to talk about tonight because someone told me that if I was going to do it, I had to give up a bunch of stuff. And I just was not in the place to do that in that place in my life. I have a very all or nothing type personality, and there was just not enough margin and space in my life to add more to my mental load, and so I just decided not to try. So while I truly believe that that person had my very best interest at heart, I can look back now and see how that advice actually did me a disservice. And here's why I think that. When it comes to self-care routines, no matter how good of a job we're doing, there's always going to be one more thing that we can do better for ourselves. But we should never operate from the mindset that unless we can do it all and do it perfectly, that it's not worth our time or our effort even to try. Starting with one improvement, one thing that we can do to help ourselves be better will always be worth our while. Then, as that one new thing becomes more of an easy habit for us, we find then that we have space to try adding another. And then down the road, maybe another. Y'all saw Frozen 2, right? We need to give ourselves permission to not have it all figured out, to not be perfect, and just do the next right thing. Now, I'd like to tell you a quick story. In October of this last year, after watching a friend really begin taking better control of her health by following the keto diet, I decided to jump in head first. With the goal of losing 25 pounds by the first of the year, I started this diet off with a different mindset than I had begun diets in the past. My motivation? My pants didn't fit. As the weather turned colder, my pants were too tight, and I thought it was wasteful and, yes, unbecoming to think about going shopping for new clothes. It was time for me to take responsibility for what food I put in my mouth again and for what I used for fuel to nourish myself. Guess what happened? I did really well until about the middle of November. I even made a delicious keto Thanksgiving meal. But as Christmas approached, I found myself in a position of having to either take the time and make the extra plan to make my own food to take around to holiday gathering opportunities, or to not go at all. And as I assessed the situation, I didn't find myself in a health crisis that really would find my health dependent on my consistency in this season. So I cut myself some slack, gave myself some grace. I continued to be responsible with what I ate when I was at home, but I decided that this time the perfectionist tendencies in me would not win. I walked the middle line and I lived with some balance. And you know what happened? Instead of 25 pounds, I lost 17. And as it came off and I allowed myself to enjoy the Christmas season, I even gained 4 or 5 of it back. But for the first time, I didn't beat myself up over my lack of perfection. Because the goal wasn't perfection. The goal was to fit in my clothes, and I did. I'm still doing it. So much so that today I tried on a dress that I wore to my rehearsal the day before my wedding, and I was so excited to be able to pack it to wear out to a nice dinner with my husband on our upcoming anniversary trip. Yes, the dress fits. What would I have missed out on if I'd never started? If I'd thought, well, I might not stick with it, so why waste the time? Instead, I made progress, and I will celebrate that progress with the fun memory of wearing my rehearsal dinner dress on our 15th wedding anniversary getaway. In the same way that I'm able to see and celebrate the progress that I've made with my weight loss efforts, I'm looking forward to another step of progress being made towards the healthiest version of me by supporting it with a 30-day cleanse beginning January 31st. There are many benefits that you'll experience as you work to complete a body cleanse, including things like improved digestive health. The chemicals that we take in through the foods that we eat, the beauty products that we use on ourselves, even our personal care products, those take a toll on our digestive health. doTERRA's 30-day cleanse can support and aid the digestive process, reducing bloating and constipation. Taking the added measure of removing processed foods and eating more easy-to-digest foods, along with taking the supportive supplements that are taken in during a cleanse like this, will help remove the toxins that hinder liver function and the digestive process. Another benefit that you'll experience during this cleanse is that you'll help gain control of cravings. Cravings are so much more than a mind over matter situation. They can mean a hormonal imbalance. A cleanse typically includes drinking plenty of fluids, which can flush out the unhealthy foods that you crave and help break the addiction to those foods. Liquids can fill you up as well, helping to curb hunger and subdue cravings. By the way, our Slim and Sassy soft gels that are included in the 30-day cleanse also help to curb sugar cravings. After time spent away from these processed sweetened foods, your body will start to instead crave the healthy, wholesome options that you replace them with in your diet. Now, another benefit to a cleanse that you might notice is an energy boost. When your liver is working correctly, you'll have increased levels of energy. But if it becomes overworked with breaking down too many toxins, your body starts to feel sluggish. Digestion alone uses quite a bit of energy. According to a study by the Mayo Clinic that measured digestion time, the average from eating to elimination was 53 hours. By removing stored toxins, you can free up some of your body's energy and improve your digestion, leaving you feeling more energized and refreshed. The next benefit of a cleanse that we're going to talk about is improved mental and emotional health. Now, according to a research study done in Germany, the hormone cortisol is released when we're stressed, which also decreases liver function. Cleanses can help regulate your cortisol levels, helping to manage your stress through the chemical imbalance it causes. Processed foods like sugar, alcohol, and caffeine contribute to adrenal fatigue, so eliminating these from your daily intake gives your adrenal glands a refresh. Healthy adrenal glands can help you better cope with stress and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Further, toxins can cause you to develop poor sleeping patterns and thus feel lethargic, which also affects our mood. Doing a cleanse can leave you feeling rejuvenated and renewed. At the beginning, you may be adjusting to the removal of certain foods from your diet and any effects that it might produce. But once you complete your cleanse, you are bound to feel the positive benefits, both mentally and physically. Now, doTERRA has made your 2020 cleanse efforts simple. What does it look like? Well, we call it the 30-day cleanse because most of the products come in a 30-day supply, but it's actually not limited to only 30 days and may be repeated as needed, even back-to-back months. It's gentle, effective, and did I mention it is simple? Check out the graphic that we have here that shows exactly how it works. Now, I've known lots of people to actually do it for 2 or more months at a time, depending on their need, because they loved the results that they were seeing and loved how good they felt and wanted to keep going for another round or two. As you see in the graphic, doTERRA's cleanse uses a combination of 10 supplements and essential oils used strategically as mapped out in this graphic in 3 10-day increments. First, you will activate, then you will reset, and then you will renew. And we'll talk more about this as the month of January goes on. I've already said how super simple it is. All of the work has been done for you other than actually using the stuff. And check out this graphic. We even have one for our kids. Next time we get together, we'll discuss the pros and cons of making dietary changes during your cleanse and help you map out a plan that's right for you. Each week this month, we'll continue to learn more about the products in the cleanse, different meal plans that you may or may not want to incorporate into your cleanse plan, as well as possible exercise routines, all geared up to help you kickstart 2020 as one of your best years yet. Now for now, if you're already a doTERRA customer, do some inventory. Find out what cleanse products you already have on hand and then which ones you'll need to restock. Then set up your order using the Loyalty Rewards program. If your LRP is 125 PV and you place it by the 15th of this month, you're also going to receive Hinoki Essential Oil absolutely free. This is an oil that you can't even buy. Now, if you don't have a doTERRA membership yet, kind of like having a Costco membership, but for the best oils on the planet instead, then you're in luck too. Start your wholesale membership this month with the Cleanse products, and we'll tell you how to get $100 in free oils in the month of February too. If you have questions about that, reach out to myself or the person that invited you to watch the webinar. Congrats on investing in yourself tonight. Give yourself a pat on the back. You made a great choice by taking some time to learn how to take better care of yourself, and I hope you'll continue to do so by joining our community of people during our cleanse beginning January 31st. Join us back here each week this month for more education, and until then, God bless and happy oiling.